Hey my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all doing well. So today's reading is a postcard from your future self. So this could be like one specific message that your future self wants to relay to you guys, or it could be multiple messages, okay? So for group one, you have the Tiger's Eye Apple. Group two, you have the Jade Apple. And for group three, you have the Orange Jasper Apple. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't, don't force anything, okay guys? If you feel like it's not resonating, choose another pile and I'll see you at your groups. Hey group one, so if you chose the Tiger's Eye Apple, this is your reading and let's see what your future self is saying. Just ignore my squeaky chair, okay? So it says, Dear you, there is a balance between activity and rest, ebb and flow. You can't have one without the other. If you are faced with obstacles right now, the best course is to surrender and non-resistance. Soon enough, you'll see how easy it is to flow around you. Now is one of those times when you must trust the river of your life, go with the flow, and in no time you'll reach what you have in your heart and hopes set on. Hang on a minute, have your heart and hope set on. Right, okay. Just remember, spirit will keep your head above water and will direct the currents. When it's time for greater effort, you'll know exactly when you'll need to work those manifesting muscles. It can be challenging to master the flow cycles of your life, but as you develop your skills, affluence will be yours. Enjoy the flow and trust the currents, for we're right there with you with our little umbrella drinks, smiling at your success. Love you so very much. Now, group one, what I'm getting from this postcard from your future self is that I was hopefully, I was hoping it was going to be like a bed of roses, as they say, but life doesn't really work that way. And you've got something coming to you in the future, and your future self is warning you here. No matter what you're going to be going through, go with the flow. Don't try to push against it. Don't try to fight it. Try not to let it upset you too much. Remember this postcard, okay? Because your future self, like from your higher self, and everyone is protecting you here. And what I'm getting from this as well, group one, is that basically there is light at the end of the tunnel here, and then that's when, so what I'm getting here is things may not be going right for you in the future, okay? And you may be trying to manifest something and that's not happening because this has to happen first. And then once this happens, like it says here about getting your manifestation muscles working, that's when things will come through. But obviously we're going to take a deeper dive into what this is, because obviously it's nice to be warned so we can be prepared for, what's just around the corner, as they say. So let's get started. Group one, tell me more about this postcard, Spirit. Group one's future self. What is this message from group one's future self? What are they trying to tell group one? Tell me about this going with the flow. Look, strength. Okay, clarify strength. Two of Swords. Clarify strength. Clarify strength, please, Spirit. Oh, Lord. See, look at that. Cool. Right, okay. So we have the Two of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, Six of Wands, Two of Cups, and the Hangman. There's something here in the future here, your future self is saying, is that you're going to have to make a sacrifice. There's something you're going to have to give up. And you're going to have to walk away from it, okay? Or you may feel pushed out of this something here. Strength, when we see the Strength card, it's about having that courage, okay? Standing up for your beliefs, standing up for yourself here, but also remembering that you are someone who is very strong and you can deal with this. So I wouldn't panic, really. There is something here that you need, bear with me. Clarify this Ten of Discs for me, Spirit. Bear with me. Clarify the Ten of Discs with the Eight of Cups. Oh, I've got the Nine of Swords. I just need a bigger picture here. The Eight of Wands. The Tower. And the Star. Your future self is saying here, you know what, it's very, very weird, okay, because I can usually channel quite well. But what I'm finding with your pile here, what I'm picking up on is confusion. And we do have the Two of Swords, and that can literally talk about where we're really confused, we're not seeing something, okay? And if we take off that blindfold, we will see it more clearly. And it's something to do with this Ten of Pentacles, and it could literally be, you know, investing in something, maybe buying a property. It could be, you know, gaining something here where it's guaranteed, you know, like say 10-year or something like that. And it's surrounding this Ten of Pentacles here. And it's like, I'm seeing you guys literally walking away from this Ten of Pentacles like it's not worth it. I'm done compromising. I'm done, you know, keeping my mouth shut or making myself miserable for this Ten of Pentacles. And I know Ten of Pentacles is meant to be the most wonderful card in the tarot deck with the Ace of whatever, but I'm seeing negativity surrounding this. So what I'm seeing here, Group 1, is it generational wealth? Is it something here where your family has money and they want you to go work with them and that's not what you want? You want to follow a different path? Is it that you're, you know, in the future here, they may, whoever this is, may say to you, you know what, you're cut out of the wheel or something like this is what I'm picking up. And that is where you walk away, because it's like your future self is saying this is not worth it. What are you're compromising your integrity, do you get me, or your morals, that kind of thing, for a Ten of Pentacles. And your future self is saying you're going to be walking the road, the path alone. You're going to be going off on your own, and you may be very, very scared to do this. You know, you may have to cut some people out, and sometimes in life that has to happen. It's like, I'm going to get a bit personal here. I don't really talk about it. So my eldest daughter, we had a big falling out about 3 years ago. And she was very, very codependent on me. And it was very frustrating as well, because she, I don't know, I get it why she was codependent on me. And we had this big falling out, and she decided she wasn't going to talk to me. So, which really was very painful. And within 2 years, she walked this path on her own, and she turned it around, and now she's doing so well for herself. I mean, she's literally just got a job in London with one of the top thingy firms, accounting firms and stuff. She's not dependent on me now. You know, we have a good relationship now. Obviously, we're talking now. Thank God. And but she even said it to me. She needed to do this. She needed to cut those apron strings. She knew she was being too codependent. She knew she was being too much, you know, and it wasn't fair. So she had to do that. And that's what I'm seeing here, is that Maybe you guys are very codependent on the family and the money and the security that they offer you here, group one. And I see you literally walking from away from this. And what I see here that your future self is saying, because if you look at her, she's walking this lonely road. She's left her car there. So maybe this is literally what you're going to do. You're going to leave everything that they've given you. And you're like, you know what? I'm done being treated like this. And look what we end up with right next to it. It leads you to this Six of Wands. And you know, maybe these people have told you in the past that, you know, you're not good enough, you're not going to do better without me, this, that, the other, you need me, you know, that kind of emotional blackmail that some people use. And this Six of Wands is fantastic to see, because this is you coming out victorious, okay, coming out on top and celebrating your achievements, okay. You're going to be showing, but it's more so for yourself, but you're going to be recognized for your achievements by I don't know who these people are. I do feel like it is family here. You're going solo. You're willing to go solo and do something on your own here. And trust me, group one, you are going to be celebrating. You do not need what these people are offering. It's like your future self is saying here, you've just got to recognize how courageous you really are, the strength that you have, you know, and have confidence is what your future self is saying. I mean, that's beautiful to see. But like I said, there has to be a sacrifice here, and you know you're going to know what it is. And when you do make this sacrifice, when you do decide to say, you know, enough's enough, I'm going to go it alone, I don't need any more handouts, I don't need you telling me what to do or controlling me via finances and stuff, is this Nine of Swords here. It is going to cause you a lot of sleepless nights. It's going to cause you a lot of stress and a lot of worry. And, you know, I feel like it's going to freak you out, okay? But look at this Two of Cups right here. This is you showing yourself love, okay? Showing these people that you don't really need that kind of love in their life. And another thing that I'm seeing here as well, I feel like with this, okay, with this Two of Cups, and especially with the Eight of Wands in the middle here, those lonely nights, I mean, this may be happening even now. Maybe you're in the energy group one of actually deciding to do this, but this is the energy that you're in, that you're so scared to just step outside the box, you know, go alone. You have two spirit guides here that are literally guiding you here, supporting you. And it does say in that postcard that we've got your back, we're there with you, we're helping you basically. And if you look here, you've got a dog here and you've got a dog here as well. So you literally could have, your spirit guide could also be a dog. Maybe you lost a dog and that dog's with you as well. You may even have a dog that is like your best friend. But what they're doing is they're helping you move this along, okay? Moving things forward, because what I'm seeing them doing is once you decide to walk away, once you decide to do this for yourself, this is when that things are going to start moving so fast, and they're behind you pushing you. I see these two pushing you, and this is where the turning point is, because you've got the Star and the Tower here. Finally, you're going to, all the beliefs and everything that you had about these people, or, you know, the money and stuff, that's no more, okay? The Tower is when we finally break down something and we see the truth. But then again, like your postcard said, with the Tower, you've got to go through something quite bad or bad to be able to come out the other side and feel that victory card there. But look what it ends with the Tower there, group one, the Star. Once you pass this, I can see you going through a turbulent time, okay? I can see it's not going to be easy, but you are strong enough to deal with this, okay? You're strong enough to cope with this. You just got to believe in yourself. And that's why I feel like these two here are like, it's like they're cheering you once you complete this goal, okay? And then with the star energy right here, expect miracles, expect something really wonderful to happen to you. And this is literally manifestation as well. That card literally says, start manifesting. You're being held back by certain someone's here. And the star energy can literally talk about, you know, recognition, stardom, you know, fame, that kind of thing. So maybe you're going to be in the spotlight. But once you come out of this tunnel, like I said, there's light at the end of the tunnel. Once you start seeing that light, this is when your wishes and everything are just going to manifest, okay? Everything is just going to take off for you. And you're going to be in such a good place. And it's like, you're going to feel so relieved, and you're going to look back and you're going to be like, I don't know why I didn't do it years ago or months ago or anything like that. So we do have Leo, we have Aquarius. So just Aquarius and Leo. Okay, what else? I might get a different deck, actually. So what else does Group 1's future self want to say? Like, what else can they expect? Queen of Cups, Three of Swords. Clarify the Queen of Cups and the Three of Swords. You're going to go through some kind of heartbreak here, my loves, okay? I'm not going to lie to you, but look at that. Ten of Swords in reverse. I love to see that. Do you know what? This is really nice to see what your future self is saying. No matter, like I said, your heart is going to be broken. You may end up losing people along the way, like I said at the beginning. And the beautiful thing to see here for you guys is that even though you've had your heart broken, you still have this energy about you, this aura about you, where it never jaded you. You've still got this pure heart, okay? You've still got so much love to give other people, you know? And I feel like what you're focusing on in the future is literally giving that love to people that deserve the love, not the people that have broken your heart and, you know, devastated you. You may end up going through a little bit of depression as well, but you are going to come out of that. I mean, the Ten of Swords in reverse is, I mean, this basically ends the reading. I will go on to Oracle cards, because what I'm seeing here, after the heartbreak, I'm trying to get it out, guys, okay? I'm trying. Ten of Swords, it basically says you will rise above all those haters, all the people that literally put you down, all the people said you're never going to be anything without me. You know, those kinds of people. And you are going to finally come out of this pain here. So it's like escaping this pain, because what I see here for you, Group 1, is even though you had these people in your life, they constantly put you down. Like, I don't understand. I mean, but family members do that. Like, they put you down about your looks, put you down about you as a person, you know, you're not good enough, this, that, the other. And picking up like black sheep of the family here as well. But you know what? I'd love to see this Ten of Swords from your future self in reverse. So let's get some Oracle cards. I'm going to use it. I mean, if I see anything else and I need to clarify, I will. So message from Group 1's future self. And we do have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces as well, guys. That's beautiful to see. I'm so happy that like, look at that. You've got Pioneer, boldness, destination, or bust the cutting edge. Okay, long journey, trial blaze, true grit, challenge, navigating uncharted territory, resourceful team, got your six, unflappable courage. And look what your future self is saying. I mean, you're going to be on some kind of destination. You're heading towards a destination, which is that star energy right here. But you have true grit, okay? You are an unflappable courage. I like that. And the funny thing is, you've got the Six of Wands where it talks about victory, okay? Achieving success, coming out on top. You know, people are not going to expect it, but you're not doing it for other people. You're doing it for yourself. And then you've got your six. So meaning it's like your future self has got your back here, you know, this Six of Wands. Let's get a bit more. Spilled milk, regret, accidents happen. Don't sweat the small stuff. Mistakes, leave it in the past. It's over. Cannot be changed. Disappointment, clean up time, let it go. Minor problems. I like your future self, group one. Because your future self is literally saying here, don't cry over spilt milk. Don't hold on to that regret, because that is the Five of Cups. You've been rejected, you felt unloved, you felt unwanted. You know, we can keep going on here. Never hold on to that regret, is what your future self is saying, because there's so much more out there. Let the past go. Forgive the past if you can. Because I do find people who do hold on to the past, it does affect us going forward. You know, your future self is even saying here, you know, this is minor. This is not a biggie, and it may feel like a biggie to you when it happens. You may be going through this right now, group one. It's not a biggie. I see your future self with pom-poms. I literally see your future self like, you know, like a cheerleader. Telephone. Connection, communication, conversation, getting through. Two-way street, message vocal, loud and clear, reaching out, notification, throat chakra, inner voice, rings a bell. So, I feel like this is your spirit guides and your future self here trying to get you to answer the call, like receive the message that we're trying to give you here as well. Plus also, listen to that inner voice as well. There could be something here that someone will try and reach out in the future to have a communication with you. And that could be someone here that you walked away from. And it's up to you whether you want to listen to them or not. But where you've got the inner voice here, listen to your inner voice. If your inner voice is telling you this doesn't feel right, I don't really want to have anything to do with you, I don't really want to take the call, listen to that. If it's saying the other way, you know, all right, I'll listen to what they've got to say, you know, blah, blah, blah. So remember, intuition, inner voice, that's your future self, you know, helping you along there. Roses, love, romance, affection, appreciations, devotions, fond, delighted, high emotional IQ. That's that Queen of Cups. Gifts, friendship, infatuated, enchanted, passion, fidelity, tender, yearning, and attached. And you know what? That's really lovely to see, because your future self is saying in the future here, you're going to maybe meet someone that, you know, that you're going to fall in love with. So like a new romance, but you're going to have people that are going to feel so much love towards you, show appreciation for who you are, okay? And you're going to be dealing with people that do have an emotional high IQ here as well, not like, you know. And there's friendship here in the future as well. So if you end up losing friends and everything when you walk away from this, you're going to make new and better friends. Group one's future self, what message does their future self have? There you go. New moon in Libra, know you are loved. You may not feel loved by whoever these people are, group one, but Spirit is saying you are loved, okay? And I do feel like it's these two feminine energies here. So this may be someone that you lost, or it just may be your ancestors. New moon in Aries, go for it. There you go. So your future self is saying, go for it. Don't hold back. And then you've got last quarter moon in Aquarius, reflect on your priorities. And that's what I see you doing here. It's like this Two of Swords here. It's like you're going to be literally looking at everything, because it's like I'm seeing the blindfold finally come off. And that's when you're going to start seeing the shit that you've basically been putting up with. Group 1's future self. Okay, so your future self wants you to breathe through the tension, which that main card did say that. There you go. Hang on, that's 2 there. Your future self is saying here as well, step up and lead, which is, you started off with the Strength card, that's leadership energy. You ended on the other side here, once you walk away, is lead the way. That's leadership energy right there. And then you've got see the bigger picture. Yeah, because at the moment, you're not really seeing it, and maybe you do see it, but you don't want to see it because it causes you so much stress, which we all do that. I tend to bury my head in the sand. And be humble. Your future self really, really wants you to remain humble once you achieve what it is that, you know, this journey that you're going to go on, or you may already be there, you know, this may be past energy and we're picking up now. But be humble about it, especially with that phone call there. You don't need to rub it in people's faces. You don't need to do that. Which I don't see you doing that anyway, because you come out as a Queen of Cups and she's very humble. Group 1's future self. A spiritual hug. Ah, you see, I do feel like these, like I said, these 2 spirit guides right here, when you're in this energy here with the 9 of Swords, it's these 2 giving you a hug, okay? So you may feel something. I have, I don't know who this spirit is that does it to me, but they I was doing a reading the other day and it happened again, because I'm not kidding you, they either, it's like butterfly wings on my forehead, or they'll play with the front of my hair. And it's like, you know, when you start whacking yourself because you're like, have I got something in my hair? And it happens. It was happening quite a lot for a couple of days the other day. So if you feel anything like that, that's usually your spirit guides, you know, angels and stuff giving you a little stroke. 1 spirit guide, 1 way. Okay. So one of your spirit guides is the one that's leading the way here for you. There's only one way. Literally, that's what's come through here. I see you trying to compromise here, okay? Trying to still hold on to whatever that 10 of Pentacles is. And it's like your spirit guide is saying there is only one way to do this. Wow. Look what your future self is saying. It's time to move forward. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to get you these messages from your future self here. They're the I think they're the umbrella cards or something. It's about protection. So, okay. Didn't even ask, but never mind. So, stand on it. Be true to yourself and confident in what you know to gain respect. And that's the thing. You know, I feel like people don't respect you. Intentional. Keep growing in your purpose and always choose actions that align with your progress. Yeah. Because I feel like with you guys, your future self is saying here that you're not in alignment right now, guys. You're doing what other people want you to do. It's not making you happy. Bright ideas. Leverage your intelligence by implementing your ideas and follow through with your visions. Hell yeah. And then I got me. Prioritize your needs and desires over other people's expectations. And there it is right there. Literally, your future self is saying it again. I don't know, sometimes family can be really difficult when, you know, I had the same thing with my family. It's always like, I don't know, I suppose you do as you're told, really. Even though my career path was totally different, they didn't like that. So yeah, I had a lot of problems there with my family. Anyway, but I rebelled. So future self, group 1's future self. So you've got higher power, choosing your highest good, aligning with your higher self, connected to spirit on a path of divine. So there you go. So you've got this connection to spirit. You connect to your highest good, okay? Align with your higher self. Brick wall. Insurmountable obstacles blocked for your highest good, not able to make progress, time to do things differently. So literally, you could be blocked from something here. And, you know, your future self is saying in the future, you know, maybe there is a blockage. And remember the postcard said, don't fight against it. Don't try to push through, okay? This is what I feel like that your future self is saying here. Just, it's time to do things differently. Key. Opening doors to a better future, access to what was hidden, finding solutions, access to previously closed doors. So, you know, once you have the courage to walk away from this Ten of Pentacles, because you can make your own Ten of Pentacles. You don't need other people's Ten of Pentacles, my loves. It will open doors, learning, feeling tested with a situation, searching for knowledge, further education, student discovering some truth. So in the future here, from your future self, they may be telling you that you may end up going back to school, learning something new, a new craft or something, but you will be tested with your situation. We already see that from the main card that's coming through, but just have faith, okay? Reconciliation, restoration of former connections, apologies, forgiveness, trying again in a different way, conversations. Now look at this, okay? I feel like you're going to end up reconciling with your literally higher self, okay? But I also see you may, because we do have that phone call, so it may be that, you know, family members want to build the gap, okay? Sit down and talk about it, you know, maybe ask for forgiveness. So that could be something in the future that's coming up as well. And your future self is saying you can try again if you want a reconciliation, but do it on your terms, okay? All right, not so much, no, that sounds a bit wrong. You know, it's equal give and take, okay? But you should be able to put your boundaries in place, and you should be able to do it differently this time. So maybe you're going to get given a second chance with whoever these people were. I do feel like they are family. So let's get you an angel number and then a question. So for group 1. Reflection 987. Look inward and evaluate your actions. Embrace introspection and self-reflection for your own development. Yeah, you got that quite a bit in your reading. So ask your question, group 1. Any question you want to ask. Okay. So you've got 2 here. So it says, in the winter, believe in your dreams. Don't settle for less simply because it's available. Be patient enough to wait for what you truly desire. And then you do have it in a few months. Trust your inner voice. Your intuition will be your guiding force. And I did say to you guys about that inner voice. Don't ignore it. So my loves, thank you so much for staying and watching. I do really appreciate you all. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and guys, wherever you are, you have a beautiful day. Much love. Hey group 2, so if you chose this postcard with the jade apple, this is your reading. So let's see what your future self wants to say. So it says, dearest you, let us ask you, are you looking for happiness outside of your everyday moment-to-moment experience? Thinking you will find happiness out there someday. So many go chasing a magic it out there, but it never could be found there. Okay. So we want to share a secret secret that shouldn't be a secret. You are you you are pure joy. What made you is, oh my god, what's going on here? What's wrong with me? What made you is pure joy, and every time you wake up and even when you sleep, you have joy waiting to be expressed inside you. Joy and happiness and fullness come from doing joy, being joy, knowing it, cultivating it, and lighting it in your heart so you can share it. You must know this so when the time comes, you will be fully free, and your joyful being and the actions will turn into a beacon of starlight. Look within and be joyful, even from tears and loss. For they may, oh my God, I don't know what is wrong with me. They may mean you have lived, really lived, jump into all and love every minute. We all love you like crazy over here. That was very weird. That I had trouble reading that. Bear with me. Okay. Your future self is saying here, group 2, that basically there's something here that you keep chasing. And you're looking for that happiness, okay, that joy. But the joys are actually within you. And even this here is literally saying that you've gone through many hardships and you've gone through a lot of heartbreak here, and you've cried a lot and everything. And to embrace that, because it means that you have lived, okay? You've gone through, so many ups and downs, and that's who you are basically. And also with that as well, from your future self, it's basically saying, it's when you do find that happiness that you're looking for, you will appreciate it more because of what you've gone through, okay? You won't take it for granted. But it's like your future self is saying here, stop looking outside for that happiness. Let's have a look, because hopefully the tarot cards will tell us more, and then we'll get oracle cards. So group 2, please, Spirit, take me into group 2's energy, as well as group 2's future self. What does group 2's future self want to say? What are they trying to say about this happiness that's within group 2? What is group 2's future self trying to say? We've got the Hangman, which came out in group 1. We have the Lovers in reverse. I thought it was something to do with that. Okay, Hermit in reverse, Queen of Cups in reverse, and the Three of Swords in reverse. Yeah, this is, oh, bless you, group 2. Oh. Oh boy, have you gone through something, or you're going through something, and what your future self is basically saying here, it's time to literally look at things differently now. You're looking for love in the wrong places. I had a feeling it was something to do with love with that postcard there, because we tend to do that. We tend to attract the same sort of person over and over and over again, and we're looking for that person to fill that void, that we have within us. But really, the void that we should be filling, it should be us that should be filling that, because then we attract the right kind of partner. And the Lovers and the Three of Swords and everything coming out in reverse, it looks like that you've dealt with some serious heartbreak here, okay? Maybe third party situations, maybe your partner literally cheating on you here as well. And this could literally be coming, Like, so trigger warning, okay? You know, some of you might get upset. This may be something that's going to happen again, is what your future self is saying here. But I feel like your future self is trying to tell you it's time to show yourself some love, okay? Put yourself first. Stop looking for someone else to give that to you. The Lovers talks about unrequited love. It's like you're dealing with, it's like you put your all into these relationships. You give them, it's like you hand your heart on a platter to these relationships, and they don't reciprocate. That, you know, it's not reciprocated, basically. And part of you, it literally could be your future self saying that in the future here that you may be going through a very lonely time here because of what's happened, you know. So if there's a breakup, because the Lovers can talk about when you break up with someone, but it literally could just be that your relationships are so unstable that even when you're in the relationship, you still feel alone because they're not giving you what you need. Yeah, and the Queen of Cups in reverse talks to someone who is very, very immature, you know, emotionally immature, someone you can't trust. And then, you know, the Three of Swords in reverse is a good card to see as well, because it does literally talk about overcoming this heartbreak, overcoming this pain that you are going through. So we have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, we have Virgo, we have Gemini as well. Clarify this. Actually, clarify the Lovers in reverse with the Three of Swords in reverse. Knight of Cups, clarify. Clarify, I like this. Three of Swords in reverse and the Lovers in reverse. No, not that many. Group who's future self. Oh my god, that's why I smiled. Oh wow. Wow. That was on the back of the deck. The Magician was on the back of the deck. Okay, a minute ago, and it's there again. But this was on the back of the deck as well, and I'm going to take the Five of, look, Five of Cups, Five of, yeah, look, hang on. Okay. So we've got the Five of Wands, the Five of Cups, and the Seven of Swords. I'm just going to put that there. I know they're out of shot. I'll bring them up in a minute. So the reason why I was smiling, your future self is basically saying here, stop going out there looking for love, basically. Love will come to you when you know, when you least expect it, when you're in a better place. And I know we don't really want to hear that, but if we keep attracting the same arseholes, we're gonna keep doing this. It's like going on a hamster wheel. We're gonna keep going around and around. And I was there at one time in my life as well, guys. You know, I just kept attracting the same arseholes, like literally all the time, until it was like one day that I was 30 actually. I've just turned 30, and I was like, do you know what? I am done. I'm done. I can't be bothered. And then I met my partner, been together for over 20 years now. And it comes to you when you're in a good place, when you say enough is enough. And clarifying the Lovers and the Three of Swords in reverse, you're going to overcome this, your future self is saying. You are going to get over this heartbreak, and then you're going to be in a better place. You're going to literally start feeling what I just said is like, I can't do this no more. I'm not going to go looking no more. I'm just going to let it come to me. Because what I'm seeing here is we have a Knight of Cups and we have a Two of Cups here, and this is your soulmate, okay? You may not believe in soulmates, whatever. We do have soulmates. This is your person. This is the one for you. This is someone who has genuine feelings for you. They're not playing games. When this person comes forward, they're coming forward with genuine feelings and intentions here. And when that happens, you will be in such a good place with this Nine of Pentacles. such a good place. You're going to be single, you're going to be healthy, you're going to be living your best life, you know, you're going to have it all. And when usually when the Nine of Pentacles comes out, I usually say all that is missing is your 10th pentacle. And look what's landed right next to it, your 10th pentacle. And this is what it leads to. This is where you will start manifesting the proper person for you, because you will be a lot more clear-headed. The universe is ready to deliver this soulmate to you, because you're going to be in an energy of loving yourself. And this is where I feel like your future self is really trying to get through to you here is, do you first, put you first, love yourself first. Because if we love ourselves and we respect ourselves and you know, all that jazz that comes with ourselves, that's when we are open to receiving a positive partner, really, like someone that's decent. And look here, you've got your 10 of Pentacles, guaranteed. This is guaranteed, this is growing old together. This is building a life together, you know, having a family if that's what you want. But we've got, the thing is as well, what I'm noticing as well with you, your future self is saying here, there is something you're doing wrong with your manifestations. And it can happen. Oh God, I've got to stretch. Hang on. Oh, right. What could be happening here? Okay, bear with me. 5 of Wands, 5 of Cups, and the 7 of Swords. When you be careful what you put out into the universe, because sometimes we can sit there saying, oh, I really want this, I want to meet someone that's like this, like this, like this, like this, okay, I really want to meet, you know, that kind of thing. But we tend to forget the things that we don't want when we're manifesting. So you could be manifesting these type of partners and you're getting that, you know, because the universe is saying, well, you did ask for it, so here, we've given it to you. But you tend to forget that you should be telling the universe, I don't want someone that's, you know, maybe addicted to something. I don't want someone who's abusive. I don't want someone who's a womanizer. I don't want someone that's going to cheat on me. You know, these type of things that you should be putting out into the universe is really what you don't want, because then the universe would deliver what you need and what you deserve, you know. So for this to happen, this beautiful energy down here, this what you're manifesting, or what, like I said, what the universe is trying to bring you here, is what this needs to stop. This needs to go. Because the 5 of Wands and the 5 of Cups talks about, like, you know, conflict, arguments. You know, sometimes it's always competition. You know, you know, you're not the only person this person's looking at, or being, you know, spending time with, that kind of thing. And the 5 of Cups, every time you're in a relationship, you feel unloved, you feel unwanted, you feel rejected. You know, you may get rejected, you may get dumped, that kind of thing, because you're attracting the 7 of Swords, which is people that pretend to be who they're not. Okay, you know, maybe to get into your knickers or your pants. I'm sorry to be crude, but you know, that is the case. You deal with someone who is very sneaky, tries to get away with something, has affairs, that kind of thing. And this is what needs, your future self is saying, this is what needs to be released now. You need to let go of these types of energies that you keep attracting. It's like your future self is saying, spend time on your own, get to know you again, okay? And then all this, like the missing puzzle pieces, will start slotting into place for you. Some of you may still be in this relationship with this person, and you've overlooked things, and you've forgiven this person many times, and it's like your future self is saying, when is enough here? Anything else that Group 2's future self wants to say? Yep. Clarify the Three of Wands. Ten of Swords. Yeah, you need to, Fool. Your future self is saying, it's time to start looking to the future, okay? Start looking at what it is that you want. What do you truly, truly want? And also here I see you guys going on some really long journey in regards to getting to know yourself again, learning these lessons that we need to learn, even though we keep repeating the same mistakes. And the Ten of Swords, you know, this is completion, okay? This pain and everything that you've gone through, these betrayals, you know, that's about to end. And you're about to enter a phase of the Fool energy where you decide to pick up the pieces and move forward. But I see you moving forward on your own here, not so your future self is saying here with the Three of Wands, wait for the right person to come along. They will come along when the time is right. And that's a really strong message that does keep coming through for you guys. But we've got to be able to leave the past behind, these betrayals. If you're still with this person, we've got to leave this behind and move forward. We've got to take that chance, because we could be missing out on this connection down here, which is a Knight of Cups and a Two of Cups. Oh, and a Ten of Pentacles as well. Clarify the Fool and the Ten of Swords for me. Taking a risk. What are you waiting for? Is like what your future self is saying, because the Knight of Swords is someone that literally just comes rushed. They rush. They jump in. They can be very risky, you know, like impulsive, that kind of thing. But that impulsiveness will pay off. But then we could be looking at it this way as well, where you can be very impulsive and you jump in feet first, head first, whatever, into these relationships with people. You're not seeing the red flags. You're just, you're looking for love in the wrong places. That's the Ten of Swords. You know, you keep getting betrayed. And then you're the one that has to pick up the pieces. So I have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius as well. Right, let's get some Oracle cards. Group 2's future self. What do they want to say? Crystal ball, intuition, premonition, seeing clearly, discernment, perception, sixth sense, instinct, divination, future planning, ESP, past, present, future, gut reaction, inner knowing. So this crystal ball is literally, you could be doing a lot of tarot readings, getting personal ones, YouTube, whatever. They're saying the same thing to you, Group 2. And it's whether you want to take that advice or leave it, you know. Discernment is all about us using the tarot properly, you know, understanding, you know, basically there could be stuff here where you've used divination to make the wrong mistakes. And that can happen with tarot, where other tarot readers are telling you, yeah, this person's the one, you're going to live happy ever after, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. And I get a lot of hate because I don't tend to do that. I like to be very, very honest, because it's not fair in sugarcoating what you're actually seeing, because the person is then being advised to do the wrong thing. It's up to you. Discernment is whether you want to take it, whether you want to leave it, you know. So that's what I'm seeing here with this crystal ball. It's like, you may be sitting here right now saying, well, no, that person said that this person is my person and blah, 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 and they're not going to cheat on me, and no. And then it happens, and then we're like, oh, crap, you know. So be careful with tarot and things like that, okay, because it can get very confusing. But if tarot readers are telling you this same situation that I'm telling you here of what's to come, what needs to be done, that kind of thing, maybe it's time to start listening to it and taking the advice, you know. That's what your future self is saying. Baggage, excess unresolved issues, held together, preparedness, rat. Featuring separation, yeah, there you go. Heavy burdens, responsibility, necessities, prepared to go next phase, long journey. Your future self is saying you're taking on too much baggage, okay? There's so many unresolved issues, but it's within you as well. You fear this separation with this person, even though you know they're doing you wrong. So if you're still with, this is the ones that are still with the person. But your future self wants you to let go. Let it go, because you're entering the next phase of your journey here, and you are going to go on a long journey, but it's an internal journey of self, basically. Child, fixed, stubborn, inner child, do what you love, exploration, boundless energy, time to play, demanding attention, tireless, love to learn, imagination, delights in simple things. But we could be looking at this, that you might have some inner child wounds. There could be something here where you never felt loved by your parents, you know, and we tend to look for love in the wrong places, because we're trying, like I said at the beginning, we're trying to fill this hole, this void that we've got within us, but we're not looking at the bigger picture of what is that hole that needs to be filled. And then that's when we attract these wrong people into our lives, okay, that don't treat us right, don't treat us with respect that we deserve. So there could be inner child wounds here that you need to explore. And maybe your future self here also is telling you to start doing things that you used to love. And your future self is saying heart and home, happy home, security, love, kindness, family, belonging, bliss, contentment, comfort, established, fulfilled, legacy, boundaries, affection, peace, heart's desire, longevity. That is that card right there. The Ten of Pentacles. This is what's coming to you in the future, if you can just, you know, maybe pay heed to what the tarot's saying. I think you already know this anyway, group 2. It's just whether we want to know, whether we want to take it on board, or whether we want to be like, you're talking rubbish, you know. Group 2, future self, message please, Spirit. From Group 2's future self, please, Spirit. Come on. Okay, there you go. Trust in the wise spirits and your prayer will be answered. So your spirit guides are saying, trust in us. We're going to answer your prayers, but you've got to believe in us. So maybe you guys, Group 2, may have given up on spirit because, you know, this keeps happening, and you might be, well, there's no one there helping me or protecting me. But spirit can only do so much. You've got to do the work. Spirit can't do the work for you. They're there to guide you. They're our guides. True love can never really be lost. Right, I like that. I like that. Wow. So your future self is saying true love can never really be lost. So if this was your true love, you wouldn't lose that, would you? These are this energy that you're with, or other energies, they're not your true love. Your true love is down here. And I did clarify it and we do see what is coming. This is someone that wants to literally grow old with you, okay? They're in it for the long term. This is not someone that's coming in for a little while, you know, like let's have a little bit of fun and off I go. No, this person is going to be invested in you. Courage arises when you step over fear, and that's right there. You don't, you know, some people find it very hard to be alone. They can't be alone. And, you know, I know a couple of people like that. And it's really sad because we don't really learn who we are. We're literally moulding ourselves to become what that other person wants us to be, you know. And along the way, when we do that, we lose ourselves. We lose who we truly are, what we really like, what used to make us happy. And you have that card there with the child. Do things that used to make you happy. You know, you could be with someone right now that maybe you liked, I don't know, splashing in puddles. And your partner said, oh, stop being immature, grow up, sod you. I'd give them the middle finger and do it even more. I'm just a bitch. Right, message from Group 2's future self. Time to shine. I like that. Leave the past behind. Yep. Time to walk away. But it's up to you. I feel like you're doing too much tarot here and stuff. Too many YouTube videos, Group 2, and you're being told so many conflicting messages. Some may be, you know, I have some of you come through saying another tarot reader said that, you know, now you're saying it. Listen to the message when that happens. Be real. Yeah. Be real, because like I just was saying, you're moulding yourself to be who these people want you to be. These partners want you to be, but you're not being true to yourself. Embrace the flow of life. Yeah, stop fighting against it, you know, because you could see your partner pulling away and then you're holding on really tight because you're so scared of being alone. You don't, you know, nobody wants to be alone. I understand that, but you fight against the flow, and now it's time to go with the flow. I know that just sounds really weird. Group 2, please, Spirit. Message from Group 2's future self. Followers. There are people that will follow your lead even when you are unsure of the direction. So yeah, you guys could literally be showing other people that, you know, this is how it should be. You know, people will not so much respect that. It's, you're not it's like I say to my daughter, are you a sheep or you the leader, if you know what I mean? It's like, maybe that's what you've got to ask yourself, because you are a leader, not a follower. Satisfaction. Take pride in your work. Take pride that your work has a significant and positive impact on the lives of others. So this literally could be it here. Your future self could be saying here that the work that you do brings so many people satisfaction, okay? And people follow you and maybe does respect you. But there's this other side of you that they don't know. This sad child, inner child that's very, very lonely. And that's really sad. I'm really sad all of a sudden. Occupied. You have a strong sense of determination that is admirable. Yeah. And this is the thing. You know, you may have lost it for a bit, but it's still there. It's not gone. Make it clear. Be clear and direct in communication to avoid confusion. And that might be it as well, my loves. Your future self could be saying here, when you enter a relationship with someone, you don't really voice your boundaries or voice what it is that you want. Or when you do try to say to this person, do you know, I don't like what you said about me, you know, I was, you know, it was embarrassing or whatever. And then they go, oh, I'm only joking. And then you may just accept that because you don't want to upset that person. It's time now in relationships, especially with this Knight of Cups, you know, no one's perfect, to voice what you want, voice when you're being, when they're hurting you. Group 2's future self. Let's get one more. Let's take it from the bottom. So you have between worlds, torn between two paths, space between the old and the new, trying to balance your two lives in transition. So literally your future self is saying here that you are going to be in between worlds. It's like you're torn between two paths. So do I stay with this person that treats me like absolute rubbish? Do I move forward and trust in the plan that the universe has for me? Or do I stay and be comfortable? So you're going to be torn in the future. And it's, you need to find a balance, okay? Playfulness. Having more fun in life, not taking life too seriously, enjoying the little things in life, careful not to go overboard. Now, that is really freaky that came out, guys, because your postcard literally mentioned about playfulness, joy and fun and stuff, but we could be doing it in the wrong places. We could be, trying to cover up our pain or whatever, going out and overindulging and that kind of thing. And it's okay to be playful, but do it in moderation, okay? Don't go overboard with it. The world. So look at this. You're in between worlds right now. I reckon this is right now, or it's coming up. But look what's happening. Your future self is saying in the future, this is what's happening. So completion of a major milestone, fulfillment, time, success, broaden your horizons, end of a journey. Yeah, this is completion. This is lessons. These are really tough lessons that you're going to go through, and you're going to come out the other side in a, you're going to be better. You're going to be in a better place. But it depends on what path you want to choose. Rebuilding. Look at that. Rebuilding your life after loss, investing a lot of your effort, ready to take action to improve determination and drive. And there you go. So even though this has been a very painful ending for you, you're going to have to rebuild again. But I see you rebuilding your life in such a positive way. Not just your relationships, but you yourself is what you're going to be rebuilding again. And that's where you're in the 9 of Pentacles, where you just literally are just loving yourself and, enjoying your own company and living your best life, as we say. And then the last one is Angel. Divinely guided, ask for help from the angels. You are protected. Pay attention to the signs in your dreams. And what did I just say? You may be in the energy of, you know what, there ain't no spirit. No one's listening to me, feeling very down about that. And they're listening. They're asking you to ask them for help. They will guide you, but you've got to do the work, okay? It's like my best friend of 30 years. We were talking the other day, and I've told her to literally ask your spirit guides, because she's very spiritual as well, for signs and stuff. And she started doing it recently, and they've lost a loved one, which is really sad. Really, really sad that he passed away last week. And it's like her partner is in the RAF, and it's like this promotion thing and what have you and that, and he's always getting overlooked. And the weird thing was, something popped up as a memory on Facebook from this person that passed away over 12 years ago. And in that Facebook post, it literally said, "Congratulations on your promo. I'm so proud of you." And this was to her husband. So he got a promo, obviously, over 12 years ago. But that to come up, and the thing is, it's like my friend was asking about whether he would get a thingy, show me a sign, blah, blah, blah. For that to come through and pop up from someone that's just passed away, which is really freaky. I love how spirit works. I really, really do. And this is where I'm going with this, guys. Ask spirit for help. I ask spirit all the time, and I get the message straight away usually. Sometimes I have to wait a couple of days, which is annoying. Because there was something I wanted to know a few weeks ago and I said, look, show me a robin or show me a magpie. 2 days later, in my garden, as I got up to make a coffee, was a magpie. And I took that as confirmation, because it was either or, so magpie or robin. So these are the things that you need to start doing, my loves. You know, like, just say to Spirit, like, if you're in between worlds, where do I go? You know, what path should I be on? Show me a sign, and they will. They're listening. So let's get you an angel number, and think of a question as well. Angel number for group 2. You know, if you're in between worlds of deciding whether to stay with this person that you're with or to leave them, ask Spirit for a sign. You know, do what I did, say like a robin or a magpie, you know, either or, stay or go, you know. 765, you've got adaptability. You are flexible and capable of facing changes. There you go. Trusting your strength to navigate any challenges that arise. So go on Google and look more into that number there. You are someone that can adapt. So ask your question, group 2. So for group 2, please, Spirit. Well, that was quick. Very soon. Very soon you will see the situation resolve itself, crush your limiting beliefs. So, my loves, thank you so much for staying and watching. I do really appreciate you all. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And guys, wherever you are, you have a beautiful day. Much love. Hey, group 3. So if you chose the Orange Jasper Apple, this is your postcard from your future self. Hopefully I can read properly, because I don't know what's wrong with me today. So, dear you, now is one of those times you are being asked to add some distance. Take a step back and do nothing but observe. Don't worry about how long it will take to regroup. Just know it's temporary and actually an opportunity to take a breath. Slow down and look at how far you've come. Decisions for your highest good are made when you have clarity, which comes from being open to information from both the intellect and the intuition. When you step into the role of observer, it's as if you turn on a switch that allows your soul to be an essential part of your information gathering and decision making process. In this way, you can approach things from a more neutral and non-judgmental place. We know you'll make the right choice. Trust us when we say now is not the time to get too close to the fray. Step back now. You will be glad you did. Love you. Okay, group 3. Interesting postcard from your future self here. Obviously, something is going to happen in the future where your future self is really asking you here, please take a step back. Don't get involved with whatever it is that is going to happen. And hopefully we'll find out what the tarot, hopefully it'll come out in the tarot. Because you taking a step back and just observing what is going on will actually give you an opportunity to literally make the right decision, okay? And there could be something here where your future self is asking you to distance yourself from something or someone. Let's have a look. Group 3, please, Spirit. Tap me into group 3's energy as well as group 3's future self. What are they trying to, what is group 3's future self saying about this distancing yourself from something here? What is strength? Tell me more. The Star. The Sun. This is major. Okay. Why should group 3 distance themselves? I can see what this is saying. The Knight of Wands. The Ace of Swords, because then you will see the truth, judgment. Jeez, do you know what? Group 3, this is big. This is something very, very big that's going to happen, because the major arcana, and look how many you've got, set for 2. Major arcana is saying that this is something big that's going to happen in our life. Okay, this is like a big change, and we can't fight against it, whereas the minor arcana, it's like just our everyday little things and things like that that's going on in our life. But this could have a serious impact on your life, and it's how you deal with it is what is really important here. And I feel like what your future self is saying about the distancing, especially with these two cards here, is because like this Ace of Swords is when you literally make the right choice. You see the truth for what it is, okay? There's going to be some kind of breakthrough here where you're going to be right in what you... So how can I explain this? So basically, sometimes we can be very quick to judge others. We can be very quick to have opinions on other people, especially if we just rush in and don't think things through. And there may be something here that you're suspicious about in the future, and there is going to be a breakthrough in regards to this, because the sun energy as well as the star, but especially the sun, is like what's been kept in the dark is going to be, that it's going to come to light, okay? There's nothing here that you need to really do other than leave it to spirit, because we can try and keep things in the dark, but eventually they will come out, you know? And you may be someone who is you're very, very loyal. You're fiercely protective of the people that you love. And this may be your instinct that's calling you to protect, protect, protect. But in this situation right here, do not protect. Do not do anything. Take a step back, okay? There's like something here with the star energy that's like a miracle, like something. And you may think to yourself in the future, wow, I listened to what Star said, and maybe you've listened to other readings, and I took heed of that. I paid attention to that, and oh my God, I didn't need to do anything because it just come out. It's like spirit was working with me and not against me. I hope that makes sense. And this Knight of Wands is what I really want to clarify, because this is like someone that can rush in and get all fiery and fired up, and that's not the way to handle it. But this could be an energy that may be involved with this. So we have Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Aquarius as well. Let's clarify this Knight of Wands, and then I want to clarify the Ace of Swords as well. Clarify this Knight of Wands. The Knight of Pentacles. Clarify the Knight of Wands with the Knight of Pentacles. Oh Lord. Okay, calm down. Okay, do you know, I was wondering whether it was to do with this, because, right, before I show you, and the reason why I was saying I was wondering whether it was that, and it has come out and it has confirmed it, but I needed clarification, because the Knight of Wands can talk about someone that is not being honest, okay? I see my Knight of Wands as a bit... I don't have a very good relationship with the Knight of Wands. I don't know, that sounds really, really weird, but if you guys are tarot readers, you know what I mean, because I see this Knight of Wands as someone that is not trustworthy. Someone that is in and out of our lives, not really fully committed to us. There is a very positive side to the Knight of Wands, but because of what I was asking for, this is what I'm seeing. Three of Swords, the Tower, and the Four of Swords. So you could be dealing with someone that could be a partner here, that you've had your suspicions in regards to maybe stepping out of the connection. It could be someone that that could be doing this to someone you love, and you want to go running in and telling this person. And sometimes we need to be careful with that, because usually, that saying, shoot the messenger, and I've got a funny feeling this is more so someone in your life that is very close to you, that this is happening to. Maybe even this person tried it on you, or is going to try it on you in the future. But there's something here, don't react. Take a step back, and I know that's going to be really hard for you. Like I said, you guys are very, very loyal and protective of the people that you love. But this Knight of Wands is going to literally embarrass themselves, disgrace themselves. They're going to ruin everything. Everything that they think that they're getting away with. No. Hence the Sun energy where I said, what's being kept in the dark is going to come to light. They're not going to get away with this. And you don't need to do anything in regards to this. And I can't believe I'm advising people not to say something here, but sometimes it is for the best, you know. So there is a third party situation, there is cheating going on here, and you know, it could be you, it could be you've had suspicions about your partner, but you've not got the evidence and you're waiting to find some kind of evidence here so that you can say, right, look, I've got this, I've got receipts, and you can't deny it, you know, you can't gaslight me out of this. And Knight of Pentacles is patience. Okay, just have patience. But you are going to feel really like exhausted when it comes to having to not say anything or not act or not react, that kind of thing. Let's clarify the Ace of Swords and Judgment. What is this Ace of Swords? Because I'm seeing here, you know, this is a very spiritual card here, is that this person's being judged, okay? And, you know, this is part of karma. Ace of Swords and Judgment. Wow, Ace of Cups. Clarify Ace of Swords and Ace of Judgment. Look at the Major Arcana again. You've literally got the Tower, Temperance, Five of Wands. Yeah, what? Go figure. Here we go. Seven of Swords clarifies the person that is doing something dodgy behind someone's back. So we have the Five of Wands, we have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, Seven of Swords, Eight of Cups, and the Chariot. So this is a loved one that you're going to see the truth about. This is someone that you could be in love with, that you're in a commitment with, you know, marriage, committed to. But this also is to take, look, it could be yours or it could be someone else's. So like I say, take what resonates, throw out what doesn't. So literally it could be you, it could be the person that you really care about. So what I'm seeing here is there is someone in spirit, Temperance is an angel, and there will be balance restored here, okay? There will be harmony after this traumatic or devastating time that's going to happen here, but you need to keep the peace. You need to remain calm, you know, embrace temperance, basically. And I know it's going to be hard because if this is happening to us, we're going to want to lash out. But there could be a reason why Spirit is asking you, more so your future self. Before I carry on, before I forget that question, why are you asking Group 3 to remain calm? Five of Swords and the Nine of Wands. Because this could do more damage than that needs to be done. The reason Spirit, your future self is saying to you here, remain calm and keep the keep the peace, keep you know, remain grounded, okay, is because you will end up the one that's wounded in the end, Group 3. You will be the one that someone may end up walking away from you. So where I'm going with this, okay, you know when I said about shooting the messenger, sometimes when we find out something about this, it's a big risk to tell that person because you have their partner then saying to them, your friends this, your friends that, they're just jealous, blah, 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 blah. And if this person is that good at gaslighting and, you know, being very sneaky, which I'm telling you they are because I see the Seven of Swords, you come out looking the bad guy, and then what happens is this person then cuts you off, and then they've got their claws into this person. And sometimes it's best, and I know people won't agree with it. I wouldn't know what I would do if I knew someone was cheating. I don't know. I've never been in that situation. I just wouldn't know what to do. But some people say they want to know. Some people say they don't want to know. But I do find that because of the stories that I listen to on Reddit and things like that, it's always shoot the messenger. People, I've even had friends and things that this has happened to, and the person that actually tells them they're the baddie because their partner is literally convinced their partner that you're crazy. So this is what I'm seeing here. It's like, just be careful, okay? Just, spirit doesn't, like, your future self doesn't want you to get hurt in this. And then the truth, because we clarified the Ace of Swords. So what I'm seeing here is the truth that will be revealed. The breakthrough that will happen here is this Five of Wands. There is going to be so much disruption here in regards to family members getting involved, friends getting involved, everybody getting involved. Do not get involved. Jesus, this is really coming through from your future self here. These two especially, don't get involved. It would be the biggest mistake that you can make here, because you'll end up losing in the end, because whoever you're dealing with is a Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is a very sneaky energy, someone who pretends to be who they're not, basically. You know, they're putting on this act, they're getting away with it, they can become more sneakier, you know. So even if you went to this person and said, look, I know that you've cheated on, say, my daughter or whatever, or my son, or, you know, and you need to tell them, they would double down on the sneakiness here, okay? Because the Seven of Swords, they're talking about cheating. Eight of Cups is, Spirit is asking you to walk away from this. Keep your distance, okay? Because there's a lot of upheaval that's going to happen here, and it's going to be hard for you because, you know, your values are being, you know, compromised here, and your morals and all that. But sometimes it's just like, just leave it alone. You know, if this is a person that you're dealing with, if this is your partner, it could literally be asking you to be very clever about how you deal with this, because if there is money involved, this person can end up being that sneaky that you end up not getting anything in the divorce, if you know what I mean. Because, you know, some places, like in America, I know that for sure, that if there's a clause, like, I don't know, certain states have where, I forgot what it's called. So basically, if one cheats, the other one can actually lose near enough everything. Here in the UK, judges don't give a crap. You know, whether you cheat or not, they don't care. And divorce here takes 2 years now, I think it is. You can't get divorced for 2 years, because as they see it is that you can change your mind, which is true. So it could be something like that as well. But Spirit's asking you to walk away from this and leave it up to whoever, leave it to whatever is going on here, okay? Because Chariot means that everything is going to change. There is going to be a huge change here in your life, other people's lives. But, you know, that can't be prevented, really. No, it can't. What else does Group 3's future self want to say? Nine of Cups and the World. You know, if you gain control over this situation here, okay, meaning maybe of yourself, gaining control of yourself, your emotions, your feelings and everything. You don't need to do anything, because what will happen here is your financial stability, your health and everything will be safe. I don't know, there's something here that you, like, even you could be cut off because the Ten of Pentacles is in reverse. There's just such a big shit show here that you don't need to be dragged into, and you need to protect your Nine of Cups here. The world is about an ending, okay, closure, something that's final. And you don't need to do anything. This is what Spirit, your future self, is saying, and Spirit, you do not need to do nothing, because this chapter will close. Basically, it will end. You know, whoever this is, okay, I feel like it's more someone you know. This person will end it. And in the meantime, while all this is going on, you need to remain neutral, that Temperance energy here, because you don't want, like I said, this Nine of Cups to be affected. This is a mess, group 3. Just try and remember what I said, though, if you can, when this all starts kicking off. Run. I'm only joking. I think I would run. Right, let's get you some oracle cards. Group 3, please. Future self, what message do they have? Pillory. You see, literally, the basically, in the olden days, they'd put you in this bloody thing here, and they'd throw rotten fruit at you and stones that stone you. And this is literally, I mean, I haven't even read it yet. This is literally what I see your future self saying here. It's like, remember, shoot the messenger. Not literally. It's literally a whole group of people coming at you, because this person could then say you're a liar, you know, you're lying, and then you come off where everybody is attacking you. So be careful, okay? Open dishonor, humiliation, finding fault, punishment, abusive, shut down, court, public ridicule and mockery, nowhere to run, censure, serving time, and vulnerable. And there you go as well. I said to you, this will be dealt with. What is kept in the dark will come to light. This person is not going to get away with this dishonesty, okay? They're going to be humiliated, punished even, not physically. Caught. You don't need to do nothing. Group 3. Oh God, that was quick. Childhood, innocence, playful, growing friendship, lightness of being, foundations, need of others, revisit the past, loving life, no worries, inexperience, growth, new beginnings. So there is a new beginning here, which we do see the world. That's the end of a chapter, and everything is just going to move forward peacefully. This could literally be a childhood friend of yours, you know, someone that's like a sister or a brother or someone like that, you know. This could literally be your sister or your brother that you want to protect. Roadblock. Blocked, change, barriers, challenges, time to regroup, stuck, paralysed, obstacles, stalling, temporary setback, take a detour, not right now, 1 step forward, 2 steps back. You're being blocked. Spirit's trying to block you here from doing anything. Change direction, okay? This is only temporary, which we do see it here. It will all work out for the best. The wheel of karma, and I mentioned karma down here, did I not? So karma, dharma, destined, inevitable, cause and effect, divine intervention, cycles, luck, fortune, rise and fall, circumstances, consequences, divine will, and blind justice. Right, so justice will prevail, okay? Karma will come for this person. You do not need to be judge and executioner and what have you here. You do not need to do that. Group 3's future self. What message does Group 3's future self have for them? Be the best version of yourself and start today. Yeah, so you don't need to lower your standards, lower yourself to this person's level. It isn't about being right. It's about doing the right thing. There you go. Your future self is saying, literally listen to what this card is saying. It isn't about being right. It's about doing the right thing. So you don't need to get your point across. You don't need to get involved with this here. You know, this is doing the right thing, and the right thing is stay out of it. So we've got listen to the voice within when it persists. So if that little voice starts niggling, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, okay? Okay, right. Group phrase, future self. Call your emotions. Look at your future self is really trying to get this through to you, because they're Aries energy, you know, that's like Aries. They've got very stubborn, very, very fiery energy, like tempers on Aries. So yeah, call your emotions. Look at this as well, my loves. Trust the universe, trust the plan. Do not doubt spirit. Push through insecurity. So, you know, you could be feeling very insecure about this, where you're like, oh my God, you know, what if they know I know and I didn't say anything? And your future self wants you to push through that, okay? Keep your heart open. Yeah, always keep your heart open. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Group freeze future self. God, that was quick. Be specific. Manifest your desires by speaking them into existence in the exact way you want. So, you know, if you want help with this, be very specific. Demeanor. Consider how your tone and body language are reflected to others. So pay attention to the way you know, you act and talk and this, that, the other. Know my name. Know who you are. You are a divine being created to do great things. Again. Intentional. Keep growing in your purpose and always choose actions that align with your progress. So group freeze future self. Delays. Frustrated by slow results. Any pace is a good pace. Patience and perseverance. You can't rush the progress. So you could literally be feeling really frustrated that this still hasn't come to light, you know, and Spirit is saying just patience. Patience is a virtue. Chaos. Yeah, we'll see this is going to happen. Difficult experiences, heavy burdens, testing your strength. Unpredictable events, opposing forces. Yeah, this is, but you know, hopefully you've seen this reading and maybe you've had other readings and you know this is coming, because look at this, we've got friendships as well. I feel like this may be a friend that this is happening to. Attracting new friends, changing friendships, spending more time with friends, letting go of toxic friends. But then again, we could look at it that maybe this is, you are the victim of this and you know your friend is doing the dirty on you and you want to lash out. Don't do it. That's for some of you anyway. So we've got time off, taking time to relax, taking care of yourself first, doing things that make you happy, enjoying more time. Yeah, sometimes it's best to literally just take care of you. Look, the wheels come out again. And it says, fate, destiny, turning point, things working in your favour, big changes are coming. So you've got the wheel twice now, and pay attention to that, because you know, what goes up must come down, what goes down must come up, basically. And, you know, there's only so much someone can get away with before karma comes knocking on the door. So let's get you an angel number. Angel angel number for group 3. Abundance, 888. Love that number as well. Financial abundance and success are on the horizon. Stay focused and disciplined. So Google that as well, because it's got a lot more meaning than that. Ask your question, group 3. Any question you want to ask. So you've got, on a special occasion, what you are asking about will happen on an important date or during the festive season. And then we've got in July. What you are asking about may require to take a leap of faith. This is the time to trust. So, my loves, thank you so much for staying and watching. I really do appreciate you all. And don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And guys, wherever you are, you have a beautiful day. Much love.